Hello and welcome to the webinar about social, cultural and sports life at Bournemouth University. My name is Stephanie Cremer and I'm a master's student from Cologne in Germany. I study tourism management and marketing in Bournemouth and I'm also one of the BU International Student Ambassadors. Right now I'm on my placement back in Germany, but thanks to the internet I could just dial in today. What I think is great about BU or my experience here is the academic and social value, and then I will be able to visit all those friends I made at BU all around the globe. So what's great about the social, cultural and sports life at BU? First of all, there is the student union at BU, which is called SUBU. They help all the students to get the very best out of their university experience. And they also have won several prizes in the last couple of years for their fantastic performance. There are more than 100 clubs and societies at Bournemouth University that are organized via BU, but directly from the students. You can choose between Harry Potter societies or Disney societies, but you can also choose a club like the diving club or the skydiving club or climbing club or anything you really want to do, you can choose it. They even have a Game of Thrones society, I know. If there is not the right society for you, or if you think of something different, you can also found your own society. You simply just go to them and ask them, and then they will help you and support you in founding your own society. But what else does SUBU do? They organize a lot of events and activities. The first one you will get in touch with is the Freshers Week and the Freshers Fair. Freshers Week is the beginning of term in September, and there's a lot of activities going on campus, Talbot as well as Lansdowne, and also in the whole town centre and around town. There will be a lot of parties going on that are organized by SUBU as well, and also like beach walks or tea time or anything you can think of basically. Then they also have a lot of meet and greet events for you to meet fellow students from Bournemouth University. There are regular beach cleans to keep Bournemouth clean and most importantly the beach. They have great volunteering events, and also they have the volunteering club or the volunteering society, which has regular events. Then they organize a lot of tours within Bournemouth, but also the surrounding area. And last but not least, they organize the Summer Ball, which takes place at the end of every academic year. And it's basically a big festival only for the BU students, and it's a lot of fun. So make sure to check out their homepage, where there is the most recent information about all the events that are taking place. Then there's a great party scene in Bournemouth if you are one of those party goers. The nightlife basically happens in Lansdowne in the town centre. There's several clubs. There's also one club from Bournemouth University, which is the old fire station, which is directly in Lansdowne. There's also not only parties, but also a lot of live music and gigs. And then there's Cameo Halo, which is actually in an old church. So it's a great atmosphere, the Revolution Bar and the Lost Paradise, just to name some. But of course, it's not all about dancing. There's also a lot of bars and pubs, like you would imagine in the UK. And this is as well in Poole as in Bournemouth. So if you do live in Poole, you will be able to go to a lot of bars and pubs too. If you are more one of those people who seek for solitude and don't like going out too much, there's a lot of things you can do to avoid the crowd. First of all, we have a 12-kilometer long beach here in Bournemouth, which is great to wander around, to stroll, to cycle, or just to sit in the sun and enjoy the view. Then you can also catch the ferry to Swanage, which you can just take off sandbanks, and then you can experience the British countryside, green and it's a bit rougher, and there's a little cliff. Or you can chill in Bournemouth Gardens, which are just in the centre, or you can wander around in one of those many parks that are in Bournemouth. The closest one to uni is Talbot Woods, but there's also a really big one which is called Queen's Park, a bit further away from the town centre. Or if you like coffee and tea, like most university students, you would like to experience all those little cafes around town, and you can even try those British high tea that everybody is talking about. Then, of course, you are in the UK, so why not experience live music and some concerts? You can see local bands from the area in pubs and bars like 60 Million Postcard, Barstow or Chaplin. Chaplin is in Boscombe, but the other ones are close to the town centre. And then there's also some bigger venues in Bournemouth, like the O2 Academy or the Pavilion, where there's also bigger acts coming to town, like the Cooks, I think they're coming. So you should be able to experience also some of those headliners. They also have a lot of theatre, cinema, and comedy. Just this year, they opened the new BH2 complex in the town centre, where there's a massive Odeon cinema with the newest equipment, so you'll really be able to experience the brand new cinema life. And then they also have some famous musicals that visit Bournemouth, like Dirty Dancing, and some classic music events like La Traviata that also comes to Bournemouth. Of course, there's more cultural things happening in Bournemouth. They have a lot of galleries and museums. And of course, we have the Arts SUBU, which is the Arts University of Bournemouth. It's located right next to Talbot campus. It's only divided by a zebra crossing. And all of those arty students generate a lot of great work and a lot of great artwork. And they are shown in those many galleries that they have. So that's a nice thing just to see. And then there's also some museums within Bournemouth, like the Westover Gallery or Russell Coates, which is actually an old building. And then they also have the Arts by the Sea Festival, where there's a lot of installations all around the coastline. Festivals. Festivals, for me, is one thing I would always connect to the UK. Glastonbury is not too far away, but they also have festivals this year right in Lulworth Cove, or Lulworth Cove, the area, which is just the beginning of the Jurassic Coast, and Bournemouth is kind of the entry point to the Jurassic Coast, so it's really not far away. But then there's also a lot of festivals within Bournemouth itself. Music-wise, folk-wise, there's beer festivals, and of course they have the big Bournemouth Air Festival, which is known for all around the world. But BU also has some festivals, like the BFX Festival, the Festival of Learning, and the Design and Engineering Festival. So you'll see all your weekends will be packed with some festive activities you can do. And of course, you will also have the chance, or kind of won't get past doing any sports or joining the gym, because there's so much going on. There's over 20 recreational sports offered at Bournemouth University. They have a fully equipped fitness zone and fitness center, so you can really do sports on campus, or of course you can also join one of those other gyms in the Bournemouth area, such as the Better Gym near Asda in the town center. And then we have performance sports, so you can actually compete for Bournemouth against other university teams. There's 19 sports and up to 60 teams. The tryouts are going to be held between the 16th and the 30th of September. So you can sign up for those tryouts during the Freshers' Fair, or also online, or just get in contact with the individual teams that you might be interested in. And what are the most popular things to do in Bournemouth? So of course, number one would be the beach and sandbanks, which is just great to have those 12 kilometers of white sand just on your doorstep. But then, of course, it's also going out to dinner with friends or for some drinks, experience live music, and watch Premier League at AFC Bournemouth. It's close to the town centre. It's a tiny stadium, regarding that it's a Premier League club, only 11,000 seats. So you really need to make sure that you get your tickets in advance to not be disappointed or missing out on tickets. You can explore the nightlife in Lansdowne, explore the area in general, or volunteer. Volunteering is a really big thing in the UK, so it's a great opportunity for you to take part in it. And which are the best things or the great places you can visit in the area? If you have a look at those pictures, you can see the Purbeck region in the top left. The bottom left is actually Bournemouth Pier. In the very center, it's the New Forest National Park, where they have ponies and donkeys roaming around, which is a really great thing. You just stumble over them if you do a little day trip there, and they also have like bus tours that go, or they leave from the town center, so it's really convenient to go there. On the top right, it's Dirtledore at the Jurassic Coast, which is not too far away. And my friend and I actually did a little day trip. We just rented a car in Bournemouth, and then we went all along the Jurassic Coast, which was a very fun thing to do. And you're at the coastline, and you can go hiking. Great fun. And at the top, at the bottom right, we have Old Harry's Rock, which is close to Swanage, so you can take the ferry from Sandbags to Swanage and actually walk or cycle all the way to Old Harry's Rock and stop for a coffee in one of those little cafes on the way. It's a really great experience. And that's about it. So I look forward to seeing you in September, and have a great time until then.